Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rslash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, retailer wants admin access to the POS machine. Hold on, let me just write this down. For not working cash registers. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Retailer wants admin access to the POS machine. A bit of background. This happened more than few years ago when I was still at phone support. We served one of the bigger company that owned a particular high-end mall in our city. This includes their Windows XP, and yes, Win 7 had been out for ages, machines they ran for their POS. Roughly paraphrased, heck, it had been a few years, translated, for your benefit, and dramatized, also for your benefit. BC equals blonde clerk. OP equals super experienced support person of 3 months. OP, hello, this is tech support, you're talking to OP. BC, hi, this is BC from store such and such. I need you to do some techie stuff and grant me admin access. I can't run this USB cause it keeps asking for password. OP, I'm sorry, did you say USB? What are you trying to run? I assume you mean at the back office computer? BC, it's a bank USB, and no, I'm at the POS. OP, I'm not quite following, what kind of USB was it? Where did you get it? BC, listen, I have a gentleman here waiting, I don't have time for this. Just do your thing and fix the access. It's a big sale and he's in a hurry. OP, I understand, but per company policy we need to ask these questions for administrative access. So please just explain what it is you're trying to do and why. At this point I've connected to the POS to check what's up. It was the old-fashioned login to grant admin pop-up, and a drive open with an icon literally just named bank.exe. BC, I could hear her sigh. Look, this gentleman is a diplomat from China, just bought $40,000 or something worth of jewelry. He need us to open this bank program to authorize the transfer to our POS. When I try to do that, it keeps asking for administrator login. I was gasping by shock at the stupidity, and my colleagues already put on the speaker on my phone. OP, okay, thank you. Unfortunately, this program is not in the pre-authorized list of applications we're allowed to install. There's no such list, no apps is ever to be installed or run on POS that's not in the default image. So I'll have to send this for approval. BC, we can't wait for that. I'm going to miss a huge sale, and I'll make sure they know you are the cause. Just give me the access. OP, sorry, I need to follow policy, but I'll make sure to go directly to the IT director of the company to get this fast-tracked. Got some more rants, and we finally hung up. I did send an email to the IT director with all of the details. This girl, which was probably around 25, not only ran the program on the POS, but then called to demand admin access. Looked her up in the system a few months later, her account terminated XD. Usually they inactivate most accounts to make it easier to rehire/seasonal work. She had a Nigerian prince at her counter and you didn't give her admin access? No, it was the Nigerian prince's cousin, the Chinese diplomat. When the son of the deposed king of Nigeria emails you directly asking for help, you help. His father ran the freaking country, okay. Yes, we just need to run this small program to give you $40,000 directly into your cash register. Oh, and by the way, after that we will reverse that and transfer all future transactions for the entire corporation directly to our offshore account. Thank you so much for your assistance. /S. Reminds me of when Bender gave electronic credits at Moe's. Same level of intelligence. That's a CV generating event. Way to appear on the do not rehire list too. I physically recoiled from the screen when it got to bank.exe. Like, I saw it coming, but the sheer jaw-dropping level of NO I felt when I got to that bit was just overwhelming. So let me get this straight. She loaded an unknown program from a customer's USB drive? Wow. That dude found a live one. Chinese diplomat was a great touch. Been a while since I worked with POS systems, but most companies now just block the use of USB drives anywhere. Ever notice how big money makes people extra stupid? Yes, it wasn't easy getting to the port either. You have to remove the backside to get to the chassis itself to plug it in. And no, should I do this, straight up demanding us to start the app. I've noticed that money makes people stupid. Big or small. Still turns them dumb. I had a similar situation this weekend. The sysadmin broadcast an email to the whole company that he had decided to change the password of an account he didn't know anything about because the password was 5 mo's old. He signed off on the message by saying he was out the rest of the weekend. This was 3 p.m. the Thursday before Christmas. 10 minutes later, a coworker broadcasts that the UPS guy couldn't log into the UPS computer. Apparently, this account was used by the UPS guy to print EOD reports. The sysadmin then broadcast the new password for the account to the whole company. Apparently, the WorldShip computer was used by the UPS guy to print a report every day. I told the sysadmin I could spend $20 to create a UPS uniform and plug in a USB drive those pricing updates, Yano. A sysadmin was drunk at this point and said it's not a problem. It's only a local admin account. And there are motion sensor cameras. And today I got the riot act for speaking up. Tell your customer the police will be there shortly. I was thinking the same. Op could have also asked for a picture of the diplomat, but that could have gone really well. The picture is taken, well, the diplomat leaves, or incredibly wrong, the diplomat has a gun. To this day she probably still thinks that if you had just let her make the sale she'd be living the high life. And she would probably kept her job, if only she could have made that one big sale. She wouldn't have had to work anymore for a long time, and get her food and housing paid for. Out of interest, I never heard of point of sale before this Reddit. Am I the only one here who keeps reading POS as something else that I have called many a machine in my time? Anyone that has worked retail uses it to mean both at the same time because most cash registers are absolute trash. Years and years ago I got a receipt, a field on it read, POS customer. For many whiles, I read that as something else. I don't even need this stupid job. I'm about to have millions of dollars transferred to my account from a Nigerian prince. Once my transfer fees are cleared, I'm going to be rich. I have never worked on POS machines. I know it means point of sale. How accurate am I that piece of sh*t is the first thing that comes to mind when I see POS? For most POS systems, it's entirely accurate. Synonymous terms really. Hold on, let me just write this down. Got a call from a user who needed MFA set up on their email. After setting up their Authenticator app, I had to explain how to use it to them. So this code on your phone will refresh every 30 seconds, and you just enter that when it asks you for it when signing into your email. Got it, let me just write this down. Well, you shouldn't need to write it down, the code will just be on your phone, and you can enter it when you need it. Okay, it looks like there's a new code, let me just write this one down. Yeah, the code is going to refresh every 30 seconds, you just enter whatever it's showing you when you try to sign in. Okay, there's another one, I'm going to write this down real quick. Yeah, it's going to change every time you use it, you won't be able to write down the correct code. How am I supposed to remember my code if it changes every time? You people never think these things through. He eventually figured it out. Legends say he is still writing down codes to this day. Still wouldn't be as big of a waste of paper as the guy I talked to who wanted a rule in Outlook to print all his emails. If he goes long enough, he might end up writing Shakespeare. It's the MFA code that never ends, it just goes on and on, my friend. Somebody started writing it down, not knowing what it was. Also, if you add all the digits and divide by the number of digits you pi. Oh God. This remind me of that time I got a caller that could not enter in the MFA before it changes. After 10 minutes I refer her to someone that is there with her to help her out. Fun time. I feel like I read a story like this on here before. I set a rule to automatically print supply orders for a disaster supply depot. They have a good paper-based system running that was modernized by the fax machine. I stepped it up a little by placing a NUC that received emails and printed them on the printer. That meant that anyone could just pick up the order page and process. No account info was needed and no computer interaction was needed. It was a vast improvement over the fax system because the sending fax machines were never set with the proper ID, and the people sending the orders frequently failed to add their contact info. Email accounts on the sending end had to have proper ID attached to them. Trying to make a reliable paperless system work in a disaster is a huge feat. Paper is still quite reliable. Here, let me save you some time, caller. Provides list of all 10,000 6-digit numbers from 0000000 to 9999999. He likes writing codes. I bet he is a programmer. Buy some YubiKeys. At least your user kept Authenticator app. Had few user would uninstall the Authenticator app because user thought company was tracking them through Authenticator app. OMG. We are finishing up moving all our M365 accounts to MFA. It's been insane, but at least we didn't have that issue. But then again, we're using push notifications. Except for the people who want to use a landline cause they won't put the MFA app on their phone. To be fair to some of them, I won't because my phone is starting to flake out. I don't want to be locked out when it finally dies. I've already ordered a new phone, on which I will put an MFA app, but it hasn't arrived yet due to the current state of global supply chains. You should tell her to use a copy machine, it's faster. For not working cash registers. This happened about 6 months ago. I had early shift in first level support. We produced software for cash registers. I wasn't finished with my first coffee, the phone rang. A very upset client called. Client, all my cash registers are dead. And one is beeping. Me, the PCs cannot beep if they are down. It must be something else beeping. Maybe a security system? Client, well, there are saying APC. Only one is on, but shows low battery. Since UPCs were not our responsibility, I informed the customer that he has to open a ticket on his IT department. Client, but I cannot reach out for them. My phone is dead, the back office PC is dead, I only have my cell phone. I asked the customer to check his breakers. After about 10 seconds, the client said, well, the lights finally turned on. And the cash registers are also booting up. I ended the call, noted down the ticket. Not knowing, I'm gonna go crazy with this job soon. Turned out the circuit breakers popped another 10 times before the store nearly caught fire. Luckily, no failure on our side. Short circuit in a splitter box. How does a customer not realize that their circuits are broken? Are they panicking? Sometimes instead of product support, people like you offer consult, comp, and insight, helping customers to recognize and fix unrelated issues. I hope nobody got hurt in that fire. How does a customer not realize that their circuits are broken? Are they panicking? Why did I have a mental image of a sim just yelling and running around a stove on fire? My favorite is the store thinking they can run their POS systems on the battery backups all day, despite not having power for the rest of the store, including their modem/network. Worse, they did not know about their UPS, they think it is the POS PC, which they otherwise don't know it is an actual computer. I am happy to start a new job on Monday. Or the coolers that probably have food in them. Rule 1 of circuit breakers: if they trip once, reset them. Rule 2 of circuit breakers: if they trip again, don't. I saw a picture the other day of someone that wrapped some wire around a breaker, then basically tied it to the panel to keep it from tripping. Not sure if it'd actually work, but scared the heck out of me. Hey, all of the lights are off. Must be a problem with the software that runs the cash registers. From the same brain that reset a breaker continually without thinking there might be a reason for it tripping. I remember years ago, along our through hike of the being at this small town diner known for their blueberry pancakes and being told that I couldn't get blueberry pancakes or any others because the griddle was down. I semi-knew one of the regulars in the place through an internet forum, and he said he'd already tried the breaker that usually flipped. So sorry, we're all SOL, and have to eat stuff from THR gas grill. I'm not an electrician, but I am THR kind of DIYer who insists on working up to code and have had plenty of 110 and 220 experience, so I asked if I could take a look. Yeah. They were trying to run 3 electric griddle and sometimes an extra coffee pot off a 15 amp breaker. I guess maybe if you heated them up in sequence and the draw wasn't for everything to get hot simultaneously, maybe you could squeak by, but running all that together on a circuit was a fire hazard. So, as I suspected, the breaker tripped but didn't visibly move. Just checking tension on THRM revealed THR issue. I unplugged all but one griddle and told them they needed to call an electrician to add a circuit. It was pretty clear I was speaking Wekentafurthates to them, but I did kindly explain that one griddle could run all day every day if they left those other things off the circuit. Oh. The blueberry pancakes were every bit as good as rumored. They served mine first. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.